Dissociative amnesia. I have a few awaiting this video. What is this? This is memory loss. This is what happens when a traumatic event takes place and the brain completely wipes it right out and you don't remember. This often happens with traumatic events. This is what causes dissociative disorders in people if the trauma is severe enough. So amnesia is memory loss. You just don't remember. This is why people are like, I'm pretty sure I had a traumatic childhood. In fact, I know I did, but I don't have a lot of memories, or I don't remember. Or I have all the symptoms of childhood trauma, but I don't really remember my childhood. And I don't remember any sort of trauma, or I remember bits and pieces. Or if they have no memory of it, but somebody told them this happened to them, and it was the truth, and they just don't remember. This is dissociative amnesia. Now, how is it different than infantile amnesia? Okay, so infantile amnesia is normal. It's part of the development of the brain as an infant. It means that we don't remember our birth, typically. We don't remember our baby, 0 to 18 months is pretty difficult for the brain to grasp memories, right? Because it's developing. So this is where the hippocampus is developing, and there's a lot of neuron activity there, and neurons are constantly firing, and what it's doing is it's abolishing the memories that have been stored there before. And so because of the activity in the hippocampus and it developing, this is what causes, or what they think causes, infantile amnesia, okay? As well as the fact that the prefrontal cortex isn't developed, emotional regulation hasn't developed fully, and it just doesn't, there's things that are just developing. So this is why some kids have a better memory of their childhood versus others, because every brain is different. It depends on the activity within the hippocampus. And I mean, I have a crazy memory of childhood. I remember things that my mom's like, you shouldn't remember that. But I do, but I've also had a lot of trauma, and there's events that took place that I don't remember. So isn't that interesting? This is where the brain is pretty complex. So you've got infantile amnesia, and then you've got dissociative amnesia. So now, what's this repressed memory stuff, as Freud liked to talk about in the early 20th century, where he discovered that repressed memories were linked to trauma, and that the human brain and mind had the ability to block traumatic events, and why and how, and is there a way to actually recover them? Now, there's very differing arguments on both sides here, or opinions, I should say. The argument is that repressed memories aren't a thing, it's false memories, and that you can't actually retrieve a memory, and that it's not real. It's not perceived to be real. And there's a theory that a doctor came out with years ago that it's called false memories, and it's not accurate. So how do we actually know if it really happened or not? Stay tuned for part 2.